back to Vibe Nation. Today we're here to watch another video. Today we're here to watch r/pro revenge. Because you know, revenge is a dish best served cold. But in this case, since I have not eaten for the entire day, I'm going to be eating some pizza that I've warmed up. Yeah, if you remember the last r/Reddit video I did, is about entitled parents. This time is r/, so basically, r/pro revenge, meaning that somebody's probably gonna get, well, bent. So let's go ahead and watch this. I think there's like a debate going on which one is worse. Well, it depends on which one's the more satisfying. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'll leave the link down below. This might be a two-parter because this is about 18 minutes long. So there's a mic. And so let's go ahead and get into this in 3, 2, 1. Okay, you might see me eating throughout this because one, I'm hungry, and two, this seems like the kind of video where you wouldn't want to not eat. You feel me? I mean, how many of y'all can sit and have to eat while watching something?
Welcome to r/pro revenge, and in today's episode, a stuck-up entitled mom gets thrown in jail. You're not gonna want to miss this one. So I used to live in the Deutschland, and upon returning to fair Blighty, the UK, I began looking for work. Being a simple man of simple needs, I quickly found employment in the marketing department for a medium-sized industrial manufacturer. It was a little below my experience level and qualifications, but I take what I can get because I am a simple man. At the final interview, I mentioned it would be top banana if I could arrive 5 minutes early and leave 5 minutes early on most days so I could catch my train. With a smile, my new boss, hereafter referred to as Mentirosa, which means liar by the way, said, "Of course, it's only 5 minutes and I'd still be working the full 8 hours. Sin problemas, OP, and welcome aboard." My first day comes and I ride the choo-choo all the way to my new workplace, eager to begin. I quickly learned that the lunchroom is pure stank. Senior staff put their name instead of mine on any trade article I get published, and that our job mostly consists of extorting money from our own sales staff, but that's life. I am a simple man, and so I set about my labors, glad to earn a crust. What really flogged my noggin, however, is La Mentirosa.
I'm gonna tell you this. These terms he's using, I don't know how to feel about it. But, anybody who write a story like this, what really flogged my noggin? Like, what? What? But I digress. I'm not making fun of how this person, how he might have, how his grammar and how he speaks and whatnot. I'm not trying to make fun of it. I'm just saying is that I'm not used to hearing that kind of stuff being said as trying to explain a story.
Calling me into her office on the second day and telling me I can't leave early again because it is unprofessional. I remind her of the conversation we had in which she said, with her mouth, the words, "It will be no problem for you to arrive and leave 5 minutes early." She smirks and replies, "Maybe I said that, but is it written in your contract?" Touche, you big ol' Mentirosa, touche. I shrug and get on with life, because that's life. But of course, I start looking for other work. By making me stay the 5 minutes, La Mentirosa makes me miss my train and turns my 2 hours daily commute into a 4-hour one. Yet appear, I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm just going to say, bliat! I do not want this. I am a simple man and need my downtime. About 2 weeks later, the company goes on a firing spree. One of those people fired is me, because I have been quite openly looking for other work. I am given 2 weeks notice and smugly told I am not good enough for this place and that I will never work in the area again because of La Mentirosa's contacts, as she Snapchats the news to the rest of the team. I joke not. I reflect that she is probably right, as I am a simple man. Among the other victims of the purge is the regional sales manager for Germany. This is more important to the company than my meaningless departure, since the company also decided to end the contract with their biggest German distributor, and so suddenly a huge part of the company's core market is not active and they have no salesmen to find them a new distributor. Management panics until La Mentirosa remembers that her despised marketing bandit is a fluent German speaker, and so the fun begins. She asks me to step up to the plate. "Be a buddy, old pal. I didn't mean it when I said you'd never work in this town again." I am a simple man, so rather than point out that I am not being paid anywhere near what I could earn as a translator, rather than remind them that they have just fired me and I am not their friend anymore, rather than asking, is it written in my contract, and then smirking like an obnoxious dingwall on a high horse made of douche, I instead swallow my pride and agree to help out. It is here that the twin revenges, named inadequacy and abandonment, make their entrance. Firstly, inadequacy. During every conversation, I mention my job title, advertising assistant. When the friendly Teutons politely ask why a lowly assistant is negotiating this kind of deal, I simply explain that the regional manager was let go and there is no formal replacement. This is entirely true, but it is also a huge red flag for any serious company, especially well-established German manufacturing firms, and combined with the temporary uncertainty regarding Brexit, which had been announced only a few days prior, was enough to kill any interest they had in becoming our next distributor. Secondly,
Uh,
abandonment. As I am a simple man, I forgot to tell La Mentarosa that I had already received and accepted another job offer. She was thrilled at the praises she was getting from management for finding a stopgap solution to the catastrophic damage they had done to themselves. And she asked me if I could actually stay on with the company until they secured a new distributor, since I obviously had nothing better to do with my time, being fired and all. I assured her there were no hard feelings over
I'd have told this woman to stuff it. Like, I would have never came back.
my firing and that I would stay
I'd gladly tell her, is it in my contract? And then smile like a douche. I don't care. She fired me and she told me I'd never work in this town again. All right, we'll see.
to help as long as I could. On the day I was originally due to leave, I held my calls, drew up a summary of where we stood. It was effectively a sad emoji followed by a poop emoji, handed it to La Mentarosa, and explained I was leaving to enjoy a week of holiday followed by starting a new job in a different field. She sputtered. She couldn't believe it. She thought I would stay longer to help clean up the mess. They still had no distributor and no sales manager for Germany. They were hemorrhaging money. She called me out, reminding me I said I would stay. But I am a simple man, and so my only reply was, maybe I said that, but is that written in my contract? Here's
Hey!
where I would normally describe how I feel about the story, but since I am also a simple man, I will instead use emojis. I will rate it a crying while laughing to represent myself, and a skull emoji to represent the career of La Mentarosa. If you are also a simple fan, let me know down in the comments how you feel about this story using only emojis. Flashback to 2000 or so. I moved out on my own in 2013 and moved into an old house converted into a 2-floor apartment directly across from my future in-laws. The downstairs neighbors were loud, blaring music at all hours, yes, all of the hours, wouldn't cut the grass or take out the trash on our shared schedule. Crummy neighbors, but they never bothered me directly. The guy was pretty chill when sober and would turn the music down a little when I texted him. He was okay until his girlfriend moved in. Now add shouting matches to the mix and all of a sudden my request to turn down the music makes him turn it up. I can barely walk on my super thin floor without her banging on the ceiling with a broom. I was okay since I am a heavy sleeper and could sleep through anything. My wife moved in and I quickly found out that she is quite the opposite. Fan on, turned at a certain angle in the door of the bathroom, door closed halfway, blackout curtains with them taped to the wall so zero light comes through, zero sounds other than the fan, you get the idea. I told her we can't expect them to remain silent when she's ready for bed. We need to be reasonable. But the wall rattling music needs to stop during the night. She hated it during the day, but I told her there's nothing we can do then, so she would go to her parents' house a lot during the day. I talked to neighbor guy. He said, yeah man, that's cool. But it turns out the girlfriend wasn't having it, and his attitude then changed to, yeah, well, it's our house, so you can go F yourself if you think you can tell us what to do, and you can move out if you don't like it.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. You telling me you live in amongst other people. Granted, like not like in like different rooms, but in different housing areas, like in different, you know what I'm talking about. Let's just say apartments. I probably didn't really catch the part about apartments X, Y, and Z, but you get what I'm saying. What I'm saying here is that you are being told that, your loud music at night is keeping us up. So if someone came and told me that, the obvious thing to do was like, okay, but I mean, it seemed like everything was going all hunky dory until the girlfriend tried to chime in, talking about, oh, they can't tell her what to do. What the hell? Where are your cojones? Depends on who's the one that's, paying the rent. Probably he's not.
Something definitely had to change once she got pregnant and the baby came. So I did the only thing I could do. I fought fire with fire and maliciously complied with the law to the T. I could only report them for noise after 11 p.m. I now forget the morning hour when the noise could start, but I believe it was 9 a.m. My dad had these huge old concert speakers in his garage, professional grade, black leather bound, 5 feet tall and 3 feet wide, and a pretty nice vintage stereo amp. He has two, but my apartment was so small I sadly only had room for one. We replaced our coffee table with this thing, laid face down onto our thin office
Oh,
carpet.
this is beautiful.
Tired of his crummy tunes, I tested the Geneva Convention breaking device when they weren't home. Holy cow. I had to take everything down from the tables, counters, and shelves because they would shake off. I prepared audio files to feed the stereo. I was giddy like a kid with a new Christmas toy. I turned it
Yo.
on when I left for work and got my wife up to send her to her parents. I came home from work and hung out with her parents until it was close to bedtime. They resisted for 3 days. On day 2, I found a pile of manure on my doorstep, but it didn't faze me. I cycled between sine, saw, and square waves in clashing chords. I'm gonna pause the story here. I wanted to know what kind of audio torture this guy was inflicting, so I looked up those audio waves and I'm gonna play them here. Don't worry, I turned the volume way down so it won't blow out your eardrums, but this is what it sounds like. Here is the sine wave, here is the square wave, and here is the sawtooth wave. And now back to the story. Marching music, Washington.
You are evil. For the person who likes music, you are evil. Oh boy.
Post-march on loop. Preaching clips, they weren't just atheists, but outspoken anti-Christian, so it was a must. The most stupid songs you could think of, Captain Planet theme song, Chicken Dance, etc. This poor old house rattled in ways I didn't think possible. The vibrations from the sine wave would make your vision blur. I eventually got a text from him that read, "Sorry man, you can stop now." I did not.
Ooh, no,
He
but
needed a few more days to let it sink in. Plus, I had so much fun putting it together. They complained to the police and the landlord. There was nothing they could do since I wasn't doing anything wrong. I didn't even hear music during the time of peace to follow. It was so quiet. They would build up their courage and try again every few weeks when I wasn't home. But my wife was. I then showed her how to tame the beast so she could let it loose while I was away. I had to give them a spanking every now and then, but they learned. They were so happy when we moved out. Since I am a simple man, I would rate this story music emoji, injured emoji, devil emoji. So a little.
okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pause that video right there, guys, because like I said, I was gonna make this a two-parter, and also I want to get more pizza. So let me go ahead and cut this video here, and then we'll go ahead and turn on to part 2, and that will be posted out at a later date. Thank you guys for watching this in Vibe Nation, and if you want to watch the original video to this original video, I'll leave the link down in the description down below. I'm sorry guys, I haven't been uploading as much and holding up my end of the New Year's resolution. I have had a lot of stuff going on. My car is down for the moment, and I've been spending most of my weekends fixing it. So I'm taking that to go get checked out by a professional, so that I don't have to spend as much time anymore. And right now, actually, I just got off of finishing while I'm working on it again, and it just seems like something it's not working out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let somebody else take care of it, and yeah, whatever happens, but thank you guys for watching, and also thank you for 400 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And I will see you guys next time.